I woke up early to the sounds of lapping water and passing ships. Overnight, we'd arrived into Shanghai, and when I opened the balcony curtains at dawn, I was greeted by one of the most incredible views I've ever seen. There are few more spectacular or well-known skylines in the world than that of this massive metropolis. There's no doubting I was in for a pretty big and intense couple of days exploring the city, and I knew I was only ever going to be able to scratch the surface. Shanghai is a city of 25 million people. That's like having a whole country in one city. In fact, it's actually like having a whole bunch of countries in one metropolis. And having that many people here, I thought it'd be really dirty, but it's actually very clean. And it's not all big, high, tall skyscrapers. There's still old buildings, like ones left behind when the English and French were here. Now, I'm trying to rattle through my piece of camera as quick as I can, because just over my shoulder, there's some security guards who are about to tell me off. So, I'm gonna get away, check out how cool the city is. Yeah, let's go out. Every country's got different road rules, obviously, and you've always got to be careful when crossing the road, because just because the green man's going doesn't mean they're going to stop for you. Have your wits about you. Despite being a modern and fast-moving city, down at street level, behind the high-rise buildings and where the old developments still manage to maintain a foothold, it's possible to get a glimpse of how the average Shanghai local lives. But if you want to get a feel for how the old world was prior to the arrival of all this craziness, you got to hop on a bus, bite through the traffic and head out of town. We had a 90-minute trip in peak hour chaos to navigate in order to reach a place that's completely opposite to Shanghai. This ancient water town is known as the Venice of Shanghai because the canals run all the way through it. The easiest way to get around is going to be on one of these little boats. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. The comparison to Venice is actually fairly accurate. Well, I mean, there are lots of gondola-like boats, amazing canals and bridges. As for the stunning architecture and overpriced food and accommodation you find in the aforementioned romantic Italian city, let's just say this place is cheap, dirty, and not exactly a honeymooner's delight. It is, however, quaint and a great example of a pre-industrialised Chinese town. Plus, of course, it's one of the few places within a short drive of the city where you can get some relative quiet. Wow, now it's really living up to its name. The Venice of Shanghai. A key difference between the gondola drivers here and the ones in Venice is these guys don't hit on every girl they see and are really friendly. The fellas in Italy are too busy worrying about their tans and hating life to even give you a smile. This is a great way to get around on the boat. You get a sort of a feel for what a big maze this place is. Every time you go past, I go past the window, you look in and there's shops way back further and everything's so colourful. And the smell, oh my gosh. All you can do is every window has a different food smell coming out of it. You're getting really hungry, and if you get off the boat, you gotta get some food. The town is like a rabbit warren of tiny alleyways and narrow streets. The hodgepodge of buildings, some with European influences, others made with leftover rubble from the neighbours, vary from being tea houses and gift shops to restaurants, offices and people's homes. It's not hard to get lost in the maze, but thankfully it's not exactly a huge place. So a quick backtrack and you'll be on your way. The streets are so narrow here, they've had a bit of a traffic jam. See if I can help. One positive of getting lost is that it leads to finding the unexpected, like this talkative little guy. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
你好。
好像是小女孩。拜拜。拜拜。
拜拜。拜拜。
拜拜。拜拜。
This is green tea, she's pulling out the stalks, and tea houses like this. You find them everywhere in China, obviously. But I'm not sure if I can get a drink here, so I'm going to go and have a look, see if I can find some food and some more tea. Oh, I hate frogs. Oh, wow. Oh, I hope he's a pet and they're not going to eat him. Just hit a little bit of a snag. Because I was dilly-dallying in a few shops, I've just lost the group. I realised that I haven't changed any money yet, so I can't buy anything. And I have no idea where I'm going. This is fantastic. If only I had some money. You've got pig trotters. I don't know what those are. They look like the rib section with like a crispy top on them. The smell is fantastic. And chicken bits. Don't really know what they are. It's probably a good thing I had no money. Otherwise, my director would have definitely made me eat some of that weird stuff. Now, where on earth is the tour group? I mean, I do kind of like this place, but I don't think I like it so much I want to spend the night out here. Let's just say the air isn't exactly fresh.